Have you ever wondered how far a dream can take someone? Not a dream backed by money, not one backed by fame or family connections, just pure determination. Ana de Armas was born in Cuba, a country where acting wasn't a clear path to success, and Hollywood felt like another universe. She didn't grow up with streaming services or constant internet. In fact, she watched her first real movies on old VHS tapes with no subtitles. But even as a child, something inside her said, I can do that. At 14, she joined a theater school. At 16, she landed her first film role. By 18, she left everything behind and moved across the ocean alone. No fame, no English, no safety net. What she did have, dream and the guts to chase it. This is not just a story about movies. It's about courage. It's about sacrifice. It's about a girl from Havana who rewrote her future, one risk at a time. Welcome to the story of Ana de Armas. Ana Celia de Armas Caso was born on April 30, 1988, in Santa Cruz del Norte, a quiet town near Havana, Cuba. Her father worked as a teacher and later in various government roles. Her mother worked in the Ministry of Education. They weren't rich. They didn't have connections. They believed in hard work, and Ana grew up with those values stitched into her. Cuba didn't have Hollywood dreams lying around. Internet access was rare. Foreign films were limited. But somehow, Ana found herself drawn to storytelling. She'd watched the same movies over and over again, memorizing scenes, studying emotions even when she didn't understand all the words. By the time she was 12, she was practicing monologues in front of a mirror. 14, she convinced her parents to let her audition for Cuba's National Theater School. She had no formal training, no professional photos, just raw talent and boldness. She got in, and just 2 years later, at only 16, Ana landed her first leading role in a Cuban film called Una Rosa de Francia. It wasn't a global hit, but for Ana, it was a spark, a moment that told her, this is only the beginning. At just 18 years old, Ana made a decision that would change everything. She packed her bags and left Cuba for Spain. No big send-off, no agent waiting on the other side, just a dream and a one-way ticket. By Spain. Ana had Spanish citizenship through her grandparents, and she knew if she wanted a real chance at acting, she had to go where the opportunities were. She arrived in Madrid with barely any money, no friends in the industry, no place to stay long-term. But she didn't let that stop her. Just weeks after arriving, Ana landed a major role in a Spanish TV series called El Internado, the boarding school. It was a hit. Suddenly, her face was on screens across the country. She became a rising star in Spain. Roles followed. Fame followed. She could have stayed in that comfort zone. Successful, stable, recognized. But Ana wasn't looking for easy. She was looking for growth, for challenge, for the next mountain to climb. And once again, she chose to leap. By her early 20s, Ana de Armas was already a star in Spain. She had a loyal fan base, steady roles, and a career most young actors would dream of. But deep down, she felt stuck. She wanted more than the same type of characters. More than the spotlight. She wanted to grow as an artist and as a person. So in 2014, Ana did something few would dare to do. She walked away from it, all her fame, her comfort, her language, and moved to Los Angeles. There was just one problem. She didn't speak English. In Hollywood, where every script, audition, and interview demanded fluency, she had to start from zero. So she studied hard, hours every day. She memorized lines phonetically. She watched movies with subtitles. She practiced conversations alone in her apartment. Most people would have given up. Ana didn't. She kept showing up to auditions, kept improving, kept chasing roles, knowing full well she might be overlooked, misunderstood, or rejected, but she wasn't there to play it safe. She was there to fight for something bigger. And soon, the industry began to notice. Ana's early days in Hollywood weren't glamorous. Ended a few roles, War Dogs, Hands of Stone, but they were often small parts, characters without depth, the kind of roles actresses are too often offered when they're new, foreign, and labeled as just a pretty face. Ana took them, but she didn't settle. She knew what she was capable of, and she refused to let her accent or appearance define her future. Then came a shift, a chance to break the mold. In 2017, Ana was cast in Blade Runner 2049 as Joy, a holographic AI companion. It wasn't a loud role, it wasn't action, but it was emotional, complex, and human. Audiences didn't just see beauty, they saw vulnerability, intelligence, heart. It was her quiet breakout. Hollywood started to look again, and this time they really saw her. Ana wasn't just another newcomer. She was an actress with range, presence, and something rare patience. She'd waited for this moment, and she was just getting started. In 2019, Ana de Armas stepped into a role that would change everything. She was cast as Marta Cabrera in Knives Out, a modern murder mystery with a star-studded cast: Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, and more. Many assumed she'd be a side character, just another name on the list. But Ana didn't just hold her on, she stole the spotlight. Her performance as Marta, the kind-hearted nurse caught in the middle of a twisted family drama, was sharp, funny, emotional, and deeply human. Audiences connected with her. Critics praised her, and Hollywood finally understood. Ana de Armas wasn't a rising star anymore. She had arrived. She earned a Golden Globe nomination for the role. Casting directors took notice. Doors that had been closed were now wide open, and most importantly, she had done it on her own terms, playing a character with heart, depth, and power. Not a stereotype, not a background figure. With Knives Out, Ana proved she was more than just potential. She was undeniable. After Knives Out, Ana de Armas was no longer a hidden gem. She was a force. In 2021, she appeared in No Time to Die, the 25th James Bond film. She played Paloma, a CIA agent, elegant, deadly, and unforgettable. She was only on screen for a few minutes, but that's all she needed. Audiences around the world couldn't stop talking about her. Brought charm, power, and humor to a franchise known for its tough standards. And then came her boldest role yet, Blonde, a film about the life of Marilyn Monroe. When Ana was announced as the lead, the internet exploded. A Cuban actress playing one of the most iconic American figures of all time. Some doubted her, others criticized the casting. But Ana didn't back down. She spent nearly a year preparing, studying Monroe's voice, walk, gestures, interviews, not to impersonate her, but to understand her. And when Blonde premiered, Ana silenced the noise. Her performance was raw, haunting, and completely fearless. She didn't just play Marilyn, she revealed her. For that role, Ana received her first Academy Award nomination. It wasn't just a career high, it was proof she could take on any role, no matter how sacred, no matter how difficult, and make it her own. Success may look effortless from the outside, but Ana de Armas' journey has been anything but easy. She's faced rejection, cultural barriers, and the weight of being constantly underestimated. But through it all, she never stopped pushing forward. She learned a new language from scratch just to compete. She left comfort zones behind again and again to grow. She chose roles that challenged her rather than ones that simply boosted her fame. And through it all, she stayed grounded. She's private about her personal life. She rarely seeks the spotlight off screen. She lets her work speak for her. What people admire about Ana isn't just her beauty or talent, it's her discipline, her humility, her quiet strength. In an industry that often rewards loud voices and quick fame, Ana took the long road step by step, audition by audition, with patience and purpose. Because behind every scene, every premiere, every headline, is a woman who never forgot where she started, and never stopped believing in where she was going. Ana de Armas has already achieved what many spend a lifetime chasing: global recognition, critical acclaim, and respect from some of the most respected names in the industry. But she's not done. She's set to lead in Ballerina, a spin-off from the John Wick universe. This time, not as a supporting player, but as the star. All eyes are on her, and she's ready. She's also exploring roles in quieter, more introspective film stories that challenge her, stretch her, and push her beyond genre or expectation. Ana has never followed a predictable path, and that's exactly what makes her so compelling. She doesn't chase attention, she chases purpose. Every role, every move, every project carefully chosen, deeply felt, and fully committed. Her legacy isn't just her performances, it's her path. A path built on risks, hard work, and the refusal to let anyone else define her limits. And while her story is already powerful, the most exciting part is that it's still being written. Ana de Armas didn't have the perfect start. She didn't grow up in Hollywood. She didn't speak the language. She didn't have the connections. But she had a dream. And more importantly, the courage to chase it, even when it meant leaving everything behind. From Cuba to Spain. From Spain to Los Angeles. From obscurity to the Oscars. Her story is proof that talent means nothing without effort. That success isn't handed out, it's earned. Step by step, choice by choice, fight by fight. Ana never waited for permission. She created her own path, boldly, bravely, and on her own terms. So if there's one thing her journey teaches us, it's this. You don't need to start with everything. You just need to start with belief and keep going.